Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Carter Wickham here for Radio YNP, and today we're at Insomnia Dublin 2019. So we've just arrived here in Dublin for Insomnia 2019, and as you can see behind me, it's a very lively event, a lot of people going around. We can't wait to look around and play some of the games such as Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon and other new games that we haven't had a chance to play yet. Today we're here with Betso and Minion from Allcasters. So, what's the event? What's happening today?
Cool. So the event is Insomnia Dublin. It's the first time this event's come to Dublin. It's really cool because they have it all year long in Birmingham and stuff like that. So it's great to see a little taste of that one as well.
We went to one prior to this. About 5 years ago, we went to one down in Kilkenny. And at the time we were only going as guests, so we just went, we soaked it in. It was great. There was a bring your own computer area. Everyone was so involved and they loved it. We said we have to get in on this event scene, and we just slowly started doing events bit by bit. And eventually we got to the main stage and started sort of hosting stuff, and it's been a lot of fun.
How does this event compare to what it was 5 years ago?
Yeah, good question. It's got a lot bigger. In Kilkenny there was a really nice building and they had it laid out perfectly, but it was a lot smaller than what you see at the RDS. The RDS, they have a much more room to bring in new stuff and new things. Like the VR, there's eight sections of VR, so it's a lot of VR in one building, and then you've got...
And you're doing your Just Dance earlier on.
Exactly, and we did Just Dance, we're still sweaty.
And even the tournaments they were big, but they weren't as kind of big as they are now. There's a lot more focus on esports and online gaming now than there was back then. And especially Fortnite has blown up, and now that's like a new big thing that everyone loves. Like that wasn't as much of Insomnia back then, and I think it's grown and progressed so much in 5 years. It's great.
And you have big YouTubers like Pyrocynical and John Romero and everyone here. So
well, we've met every event we've gone to. We've met John and Brenda Romero. It's like it's as if they're following us or we're following them. We're following them. It's probably us.
Probably the latter. Probably the latter one.
So do you see this event getting larger throughout the years? And
we'll only know in the next couple of weeks, but we hope so.
Yes.
Dublin need a really good, successful event, the likes on par with Comic-Con and stuff like that, so that we can go to our Comic-Cons during the summer and come to our game.
And then Gamer Fest down the country as well. Gamer Fest is always a great event to go to as well.
So hopefully this does really well for the gaming community and the gaming side of it, and it grows really big, and next year you'll see us again on a bigger stage with more guests.
It's definitely something new for Ireland, that's for sure. So thank you both for your time.
Thank you, man. Thanks.
Today we're here with John Romero. So tell us, what are you doing here? What's your background?
Well, my background is I make games. I've been making games for 40 years. And
we made some of the best games.
Some awesome, fun games. A lot of people have played. And I'm here to basically sell some cool merch and to do a Q&A on stage.
So obviously you've been in the game industry for 40 years. How has the industry expanded since you started?
It's insane. Like it was, the game industry started in 1977, the computer game industry, and it started on cassette tapes and 8-bit computers. And really the 80s were 8-bit computers and disk drives, and until the 90s where 16-bit took over, and really the 2000s is when 32-bit kind of happened, really. And now it's 64-bit. And graphic cards keep on getting better and better, and like we were making games before there were graphic 3D GPUs. They were just 2D art on the screen. So yeah, I've seen everything. Everything has completely changed.
I would say so. So we're a radio show for young people. So how do you think young people sort of stand of getting into the gaming industry, if you will?
Well, you want to start making games. Yeah. So come up with games that are really easy, that you think would be easy to make, that are very small. learn how to make them. So that could be programming, that could be game design, it could be art, whatever area you're interested in. Find someone else that can do other parts of it, like programming. If you're not a programmer, find a programmer, and they'll help you make your game. And just make sure that game is very small, because if it's too big, they'll know that you're nuts, and there's no way it's going to get done, right? So make something very small, like a Pac-Man clone, kind of, that small. Or play a game called Desert Golf. It's a really great, this is all it is, Desert Golf, but it's super fun. It's an amazing game. It's very calming, but it's like that's how big your game should be. Is if you're starting to make games, it should be Desert Golf size small.
All right. Well, thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of the content. So everyone, thank you for joining us today at Insomnia Dublin 2019. It's been an amazing day. We've had a lot of chances to try Ghost Recon, to try play games such as Fortnite, and also to do other things such as VR. It's been a brilliant day. We also got an opportunity to interview John Romero, probably one of the most significant game designers of our time, making games such as Quake and Doom. We also got a chance to interview two of the main hosts, which you've seen, and see Pyrocynical's Q&A. So we hope you've enjoyed today, and we hope you view more of our content at RadioYNP.com. Thank you.